Everybody that it's recorded. If you don't want to be seen, then please just, you know, uh, don't be on video. But you're very welcome. Um, we are going to do a retreat from June 9 to 18th. Activate your self-healing powers. It's 10 days retreat. And basically, it's about empowering people to claim back their health. Because as Walter says, yes, individual health is dependent on the community health, but it's certainly also the other way around, that community health is very much depending on having individual people healthy. So we're going to go over a little bit about some methods that we can use. First, I'll say a couple of words about who I am. Then I will say a few words about the course. And then the other teachers of the course will present themselves. And then basically we will open for questions. And if you have burning questions as we go along, please just feel free to interrupt. We're not such a big group, so I think that's possible also. My name is Christiana Raven Frost, and I will be your host tonight. I'll try to give you an overview over the course. The basic thing that motivates me in life is that I really love to see people and plants grow. There is nothing that gives me a bigger kick, very simply. So that's who I am in my essence. My experience is that I went down with stress, which caused me to have really, really poor health when I was 21. So that was very, very early. And that changed my total life and my direction in life. I got into meditation, is changing my diet, changing my lifestyle, being in a women's group, dealing with emotions, the whole kind of picture. So that changed, and that's already back in 1979. And I have been working with these things ever since. So that's a few words about me. I have first I worked with food and lifestyle primarily. Then in 2001, I developed a personal development, transformation, and coaching concept based on a spiritual experience I had back when I was 23. So that's just a few words about me. Here, Sandra is showing us some pictures of our place. It's a wonderful place in nature that the course is going to happen in. And if you are not fit for fight on these dates, there will be other dates. So these are a couple of pictures. We are basically located in a nature reserve. We are surrounded by forest, and we have the sea. Actually, yes, we're within the whole of our property. We have 21 hectares, is within 300 meters from the sea. So it's a very peaceful, it's a very rejuvenating setting. Most people, when they come here, they say, it just feels like calmness and connection. So it's a perfect place to take care of yourself and regenerate and start a new way of living as we see it. The course will be containing different path of what is health, how we move from health to disease, and more important, vice versa, but also understanding the process of how did we lose it? Because health is actually, as we see it, a natural thing that we all have. It's an innate thing that unless we destroy it, we actually have health. So how did we actually get out of it? And how can we reverse that process? There will be some anatomy, pathology, and physiology of, in particular, diabetes and blood sugar issues, so that you can understand the mechanism of them. There will be some understanding of the energy production in the body. How do we actually produce energy? Why are we sometimes tired? Also, the energetics of health and whatever linked conditions, because there's many conditions that's linked. We have blood sugar issues, we have heart issues, we have inflammation, we have different issues that tend to link together. And our body has an amazing power to heal. if we give it the right conditions. That is, if we don't get in the way. So basically, it's to stay out of the way. We replace about 300 billion cells every day. And the quality of these cells depends on the quality of our blood. That is scientifically shown through epigenetics. And let's look at more, like it's what feeds the cells, basically. And our blood quality, that again depends on our food, our activity, our breathing, our hormones. And what affects our hormones is emotions and beliefs and attitudes to life. All these things. There is actually people who think that hormones and emotions is so strongly linked that they are two sides of the same thing. I don't know about that, but they're definitely linked. And most of us know that if we have hormone swings, we also have emotional swings. So we see that there is different paths to health when we are looking at our blood quality. As we saw, there is these things. When we go in food, there's food and cooking, and we will learn how to create our own plan for food. There's activity. Helena will be doing some walking in the mornings. Alicia will be doing some morning exercises. There will be some self-massage thrown in. There will be also pair work and massage. I don't know if that will be in the mornings or some other time. The reflexology. Generally, we'll talk about the role of exercise so you understand that. And also here, creating your own plan, because, that can work for you. Breathing, there will be different breathing exercise and reconnecting with inner and outer nature. And a lot of that will happen not indoor, but actually out in our beautiful nature, all depending on the weather, of course. Then in terms of emotions, we will learn to deal with habits and emotions, and in particular, how to deal with emotions that's not comfortable. And we'll learn more about what emotions are and why it's important to deal with them and how it plays into health. And of course, we'll look at what would your life look like if you were healthy. The program, the total program, there will be before the course, you will be asked to fill in a form with a personal check-in about your health and sharing it so that we can know more who you are and what you're looking for. Then we'll have the 10 days, and they will be adjusted to the people who are there, who come. So all depending on what issues that you're coming with, we will adjust it. Then there will be an online follow-up after the retreat, both to evaluate how is it going now when you're back home, but also to support you and actually making things work if you run into issues after you come back home. My role here, or my primary role here, besides the big overview, is that I will be mainly focused around food and emotions. That's my primary take here, and I don't want to say too much more about it because I think I've been speaking enough. I want to present the other people who is going to be talking here or be part of the course and be part of teaching it. I want to say maybe a couple of words about Sunny first, who's not here tonight. Sunny, he is a fantastic giving fantastic massages and treatments. Well, I would say not just massages, but body-mind treatments. I totally enjoy getting treatments from him every now and then. Helena will be doing morning walks with us. She's here tonight, but she's not speaking because she also has a baby that she's trying to put to sleep. So you won't see her talking a lot. At least I don't expect she will. And then there is Alicia, and she will share a little bit with you about the general effects you can expect from the course and also what she's going to be doing, of course, and who she is. And Elena will share a bit about who she is and what she's going to share in the course. And then Jonathan will share who he is. And so, Alicia. And Lene. You can say a few words about, not just what you're doing, but also who you are.
Yeah.
So just introduce us to yourself.
Yeah. Hello, everybody. I'm Anneline Møller. And I will take you through some of the sessions that are called Reconnecting with Inner and Outer Nature. I am an architect by profession, and some of my passion within that is design, materials, space, ecology. And when we look at the human being, you can take any of these topics and look at the human design, materials, space, ecology. And I have there is a theory in architecture that says that when you have construction, function, and beauty, that's a perfect architecture. And that is what you have when you look at a human body and its electromagnetic field. I have been co-facilitated an international ensemble of friends, as we call us, since 2020. And we call it the Complex Art Tuning. And we are studying and researching and practicing skills to do with the human design and its needs, balance, motivation, its natural alignment and versatility and expression, healing, dance, and movement. I believe that we find a deep sense of meaning in life when we discover a natural way to be with and listen to our human design and connect to the many different parts, the electromagnetic field and the physical parts together as one. And I want to invite you to a little demonstration. Think about your hands and try to recall what your hands have been doing today for you, served you all day, and you have put tasks to them to hold on to something, to carry bags, to hold on any tools that you needed to use, say hello to someone else, and try now, give yourself some time to let the hands tell you what they need, what they want to do, and try to let them meet and say hello. And I will start some music in a minute or two, where you can let the hands guide so they will lead and not be told what to do. And just go free. There's no rules. You can do what your hands like you to do. You can stay on screen so you can see, then it reflects back to you what they are doing, or you can go outside the screen. It's up to you.
to the edge of the night. Love that night reflection. She was silver, silver looking back at me. Looking back at me. Barefoot down to the edge of the She was silver looking back at me. Silver looking back at me. Silver looking back at me. Silver looking back at me.
Sorry, I couldn't help it. I just wanted to make it more soft, but I couldn't.
No, that's fine. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Did you want to say more?
I want to just reflect, how was it to let the hands guide you? Could you don't actually have to answer this, but just to reflect, how was it? How was it to give them a free space, to let them play and leave it there with a question?
Thank you very much. And Alicia, do you want to share a little bit about who you are and what your part in the course is?
Thank you. Yes. I was born in Argentina, but lived many, many years in Portugal and now in the UK. Citizen of the world, I would call myself. And I've been linked to the natural health world. I've been, ever since my teenage years, looking for what is it that makes us human being. So what is the right food for a human being? Well, spirituality, what role plays spirituality for us, for human beings? So yeah, I've always been in this area, and doing therapy and consultations for 30 odd years. So I'm bringing this to the table and to hopefully help our participants. And basically, I will act on these three areas that you can see here on the slide: the food, which is the matter that makes our body, the physical matter that makes our physical body, activity, energy, the energetics of the body, because without energy, we would be dead. So we produce energy, and that also moves us and moves our blood cells and moves our circulation. So all this activity, we'll be talking about it, we'll be actively engaged in it through walks, through different activities. So, and breathing, obviously. You can spend some time without food, you can spend some time without water, but breathing without breath, you die. Obviously, if you are doing that deep diving, but usually human beings, few minutes, and we are dead without breathing. So we will we'll be looking at all this that makes us healthy human beings. And in the next slide, I think, yes, I'll be sharing with you in a second or so. One of the things that we'll be doing as part of the morning routine, we'll be doing a Doin massage, self-massage. And so I guess we can get started. If you sit up straight, bring your attention to your breathing, to your inhalation, exhalation. And let's bring our hands together and push some energy there, some heat that will bring to our eyes. Lightly on the eyes. Keep breathing, being aware of tingling sensations, the heat, the palm of our hands, eyes closed. And now, if you get your index fingers, we'll be rubbing the middle of the forehead and out in the direction of the temples. One, that is one. Keep breathing, and we do it twice. And a third time, starting from the middle and sort of ironing our way to the temples 3 times. Now we'll concentrate on the temples, some circles. Keep breathing. And if you turn your hand into a fist, a light fist, the right hand, and we will lightly tap the left shoulder, left side of the neck. Let the head hang loose. This area in Eastern medicine, we know that this is related to liver, gallbladder. And then these days, working at the desk, at computers, it accumulates loads of tension. So now the other hand, a loose wrist, fist, and tap your right shoulder now, neck. And now with both little taps on the head, we have energy pathways on our skull head called meridians all over the body, actually. But here in the head, we are activating circulation and the energy flow of the meridians of the gallbladder, bladder, liver. Yeah. So gently, or you can also use the tips of your fingers. Now, with your thumbs, if you apply them to the base of the skull, close to the ears, and we'll carry on walking our thumbs. So from close to the ears, we press, exhaling. Inhale as you lift the thumbs, and you go on the next spot closer to that, but towards the center of the skull. Yeah. So we carry on like this at your rhythm. It doesn't. It's not more effective if you do it slowly, but it has to be in tune with your breathing. Yeah. So press as you exhale. Inhale. When you release, press, and we keep pressing on the edge of the skull, that link between the skull and the neck, until both thumbs meet in the middle. Yeah. A second time. And a third time. Release your arms. Release your head. Let it fall a little. And finally, we'll just turn our head in a circle. Your jaw is unclenched, relaxed. Be aware of all your body, breathing. If you feel like yawning, go for it. It's the body asking for more oxygen. So go, 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 go. And the other side. Now, to the right. Let the head hang at the back. And that is just a little demonstration of a little bit of Doin. So that is one of the many techniques inspired in Eastern medicine that we will be using from Eastern medicine techniques. Anyway, you will be coming out of the retreat with your own personalized series of exercises, what it feels better for you, what you will be able to perform, to do on a daily basis. So we will be working closely together for you to come out with the food program for yourselves, the exercise program, because we want you to come out healthier than you came at all levels: the physical, the emotional, and the spiritual. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And Jonathan, do you want to say a few words about who you are and what your contribution to this is?
Thanks, Christiane. Yes, Alicia, that was brilliant. Thank you. Yeah, well, my name is Jonathan Elliott. I am a registered nurse. I finished my degree in 2007. I've been working in mental health care since, with post-traumatic stress disorder, many other things. Right now I'm working with addiction rehabilitation. I have my own clinic alongside called the Weiss Method Treatment. And yeah, I am British by birth. I am living in Denmark. I moved here in 1990 and I live here with my wife in southern Zealand, quite close to Alnu. I have also, during the years, well, the last 20 years actually, been deeply interested in healing and energy healing, anything to do with human well-being and health. It's a privilege to work with, and I know nothing else that I would want to do really as my purpose in life. I wanted to share with you today, because this particular seminar is going to be about glucose issues, diabetic issues, and how to help yourself and heal yourself with the program that we have. I wanted to share with you a breathing technique. Interesting, there's a lot of focus this evening about breathing. I wanted to show another one that you can include in your existing health program. And this one is called diabetic regulation breathing. Breathing actually helps regulate the glucose level in the blood and the cell's sensitivity to insulin. It also helps regulate the liver's production of glucose. It actually regulates the whole body, and there are various studies now showing that breathing is a fantastic way to regulate blood sugar if one has a problem with blood sugars or diabetic. So we're going to do that together. And so if I can ask you to sit comfortably in your chair, or if you're standing, sit or stand comfortably. And I'm going to introduce you now to the way. I'll just do it beforehand, and then we'll do it together. So the method is to breathe in through your nose for 6 seconds and breathe out through your nose for 6 seconds. And we'll do this together now. So remember, in through your nose, out through your nose, 6 seconds each time, like a wave, no pause in between. And do it 4 times. So after 3, 1, and 2, and 3. Okay. We're going to be doing a lot of work into the somatic experience of diabetics, the spiritual aspects, the emotional aspects, because diabetes affects us as a whole, our energy, our spiritual life, our emotional life, our hormonal life, everything. So I really hope if you sign up for this, that it'll give you the tools you need for a new life. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jonathan. Wonderful. We have tried to give you some sense of some of the things that we're going to do besides more theoretical parts of the course. Because in the course, we're going to try to balance between theory and praxis. Our daily rhythm will be the morning exercises, breakfast, and then in the morning, then we will do the more theoretical part while we're reasonably clear in our head. And then we'll have a long lunch break. And during the lunch break, there will also be, both before and after lunch, there will be possibility of getting personal treatments. And then there will be the session in the afternoon, will be more connecting with inner and outer nature. And then there will be a break. And then the late session in the late afternoon will be more about emotional connection with emotional health and how to deal with emotions and creating good habits. And evening program will vary from day to day. The retreat is 10 days. It cost 10,000 crowns. And the early bird, that's the early bird discount, and it runs until May 15th. So that's another week. You can bring your spouse for half price. The reason is that when you want to make a change in food and lifestyle and things, it's actually not so easy to do alone. It works much better if you're two doing it together. So that's why we have that special offer. You can, now we have some time for questions, and if you have some, any curiosity that's been woken up, any questions you have, it's very much on purpose that we haven't gotten deeper into the theoretical aspects because we can't do it well on so short time. So any questions from anybody? We'd be very happy to take them. Also, it's also possible to ask us questions afterwards if you tomorrow can think, I would like to know this or that. So you're also welcome to ask them later. But any questions right now?
Could I just ask if what would be the cost if we wanted to stay an extra night afterwards or any nights before? Would that be possible?
Yes, it's very possible. And if you're just coming like the night before so that you can basically land here because you're coming from the UK, I believe,
Yes.
I would say that's included. If you're going to stay extra time besides that, I think we'll find a good price. And we have not discussed the price there, but a couple of hundred per day can do, but you won't have anything else than just room and board.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yeah. Any other questions or thoughts? And well, then I can also ask, you are also free to comment, how did this feel to you? Is it attractive, or is there something that's discouraging you? Or is there something that's encouraging you to participate?
Yes, I have one question. I want to know if you can tell me how is a typical day during this 10 days?
A typical day, that will be that we start up in the morning. I can't remember the time, but I think about 7 o'clock with some exercise program. Then there will be breakfast from 8 to 9. And then the first session will be from 9 to 11, and then there will be cooking, and you can choose to help out cooking if you want, but you can also choose to have some treatments or just relax, all depending on your needs. And then we start again at, I believe, 2:30 to 4 for the next session, and 4:30 to 6 for the last session of the afternoon, with a break in between. And then there will be dinner. And then there will be an evening program, which is not so long, but probably from 7:30 to 9. And we will adjust the rhythm a little bit depending on how we feel and the condition of the people who are joining us. Was that?
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions or concerns or comments? Well, and I think I would just want to say thank you very much for joining us. I hope to see you on the course. It would be, we're looking very much forward to it. And I can say so much that during the planning, we've actually had great fun. We have not worked together before, but we have actually found that we have an amazing flow of energy between us. And I'm pretty sure that will rub off on the course. So I am trusting totally that we'll have a great time. So please enjoy the rest of your day, and very welcome.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Christiane.
Thank you, Christian.
Thank you, Christian.
amazing presentation.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.